hear this, but if you're finding yourself in that weird in-between time where you can tell you're being asked to let go of a lot of things, some things are crumbling and falling out of your life, or it just doesn't feel like it used to, and you know that something else is forming, but you can't see it yet, or you don't even know what you're moving into next. It's important to know that this process can take much longer than you think it should or that you want it to, because just like grief, it's not linear. And what I mean by that is that just when you think you're done or you're on the other side of it, like if you're being called to grow and shift and transform into something much greater, it is going to challenge you in ways that you maybe have never expected, or it's going to just pop up at random times. Like you might be feeling fine and then something randomly pops up and you've got to really sort through it. And the thing is, this process can take much longer than we want it to when we're not fully accepting where we are and we're wishing it was different. We're thinking about what we don't have. We're feeling down because we're just not where we want to be yet, and you're just constantly beating yourself up instead of just stopping the noise and being with yourself, sitting with yourself and accepting, okay, actually, my life is feeling like shit right now, or it's not what I want. Okay. And that's what I always tell people is like, until you finally sit and accept that, and you take full responsibility and ownership for the fact that like, this is your life right now, that is when you can start this forward trajectory of, okay, now we can rebuild. But you first have to sit with it and be able to look at it. But there's many things you can do to kind of comfort yourself in these times, to remind yourself like, this is just temporary. This is part of transformation and growth. And if you are being called for more in life, like this is just a normal thing. Like the amount of times I feel like I have been a phoenix that just rose from the ashes, because I'm like, okay, another fucking transition, like, okay. It's just, this is part of the game, and full acceptance is part of speeding things along. But it's also knowing yourself and understanding that there are things you can do to kind of comfort yourself in this time. So like, I love little stuffed animals, or like sweatpants, or just like cozy blankets. But also what really makes me feel centered and safe is going and taking classes, or being in a class where people around me are just centered themselves, and it just feels really calming and good to the nervous system. And then also anything that can build up the mind instead of focusing on what isn't there and what's lacking and what you wish was happening in your life. Like, start focusing on affirmations and things that remind you everything's okay and you are safe.